So, good evening, everyone. This is Manasa Tirumala. Welcome you all for APA India Presents 18th UN Psychology Day, Psychology Savvy Talks. So, today we have esteemed speaker, Sri R. Veerabhadra Rao Garu, a counseling psychologist from Hyderabad. So, Veera sir also started his working journey as a SBI branch manager, almost all 28 years. Then after that, he done MA Psychology and PG Diploma in Family and Marital Counseling from Telangana Mahila Vidyalayam. Also, he holds Diploma in Art Therapy, Certified REBT, Certification in Grief and Loss Therapy. He associated with Manoj Jagrati NGO from 2019, Hyderabad. Sir has participated in many psychology workshops like Wonder Book Records, webinars in 33 districts of Telangana, Mitra, a two-day workshop, and also he has attended many workshops in Hyderabad and also in Guinness Book of World Records, Bharat World Records, and also sir has guest in many podcasts in Hit TV and other YouTube channels. Sir has especially expertised in pre and post marital counseling. Sir, I'm hand over your session to Veerabhadra sir. And today's topic is relationships, conflict, and communication. Hand over, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Manasa. I welcome each and everyone to this evening where we are going to talk about relationships and conflicts and communications. Before I go ahead, let me introduce myself. My name is Veerabhadra Rao, and people call me as Veera also. I am passionate about counseling, post-marital, premarital, and relationships. The only reason why I'm passionate is I am not okay when people get separated. It gives me immense joy when I see people getting together. That's the reason I'm here as a family and a relationship counselor. So, without wasting much time, let us move ahead. Many of us who are here are married, and there are some who are not married also. Let me show you the slide where it depicts the sound relationship house. In Telugu, we say, ఏడు అడుగులు వేస్తేనే పెళ్ళి అవుతుంది. Or in Hindi also we say, सात फेरे लेना है. And the Gottman theory, he very clearly says there are 7 stages for anyone to have the sound relationship house. That is what the image depicts here. Here, the initial stage, the first stage is build love maps. When we say build love maps, it is trying to know about your partner in detail, like what are his or her likes and dislikes, what are her dreams, what is that she wants to pursue, what is that she likes, and what that is that she doesn't like. That is what we call as building love maps. Moving further, Gottman says the fondness and admiration of the two is the most important element in satisfying any long-term relationship. When you are in a relationship, it is always desirable that you admire your partner. There are some good things about your partner. Admire them. take time to see the good in your partner and then admire it. And then third one, turn towards instead of away. That is, see, romance is not like, you take your partner to a fancy restaurant or give him or her the things that they like. No, romance in very brief terminology says give your ear, lend your ear to them and listen to them patiently. Listen to them fully without interrupting. If you can do this, your partner is always with you. And the fourth one, happy couples, they always move as a team. They respect each other's perspective. Whenever they are taking any decision, they consult with each other and they come to a conclusion, and that is how they take the decisions. And the next one is, fifth one is managing conflicts. This is what we are going to address today. Most of us here are married, and don't you think that conflicts are common in a relationship? It is not just the marital relationship, even in a relationship between a mother and a daughter, or parent and a child, or boss and an employee. Wherever we have a relationship, that's a place where conflicts are bound to occur. So, are we going to leave the relationship there because conflicts are arising? Conflicts are inevitable. Let us see how is that we can manage the conflicts. Once we complete the conflicts, then the next stage that we have is make life dreams come true. Gottman writes, happy couple believe in the importance of helping each other realize their dreams. This is where the bonding gets strengthened. And then the last, create shared meaning. When we say create shared meaning, marriage is not just about raising kids or splitting our daily chores or making love. It can have a spiritual dimension that has to do with creating an inner life together. We would have seen before marriage with our partner, how is our communication? In early stage of relationships, there is a lot of excitement that, we are into a new relationship and we are happy with that. There's a lot of excitement happening over there. And then in the process, we try to impress one another, trying to show the best side of it. The positives are being reflected over there. And then, we are not much familiar with each other. We try to know each other, trying to know their personalities. And then we are very formal. We are very formal, and then we try to be very polite. We hardly, get into an argument or fight. It's very, very rare whenever we have a communication that's happening before marriage. And there is a lot of positivity. जब कोई गड़बड़ नहीं होता है, we don't have any issues with our partner, everything is fine. What do you think? Yeah, I can't see. I can't keep talking all the time. Do you agree with me? Yes. Yes, thank you. This is normally what happens when a communication is happening before marriage. Anywhere, in any relationship, the key factor is communication. Wherever the communication is alive, the relationship is alive. The communication is stopped, the relationship declines, and there's a possibility that the relationship may break. So what happens after marriage? Can somebody share what happens after marriage? How is the communication? You can unmute yourself and then talk.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
I think, sir, after marriage, people generally they tend to feel that security, so they open up freely.
Thank you. What happens when you open up freely?
Sometimes,
భయం లేదు, జంక్ లేదు, బిడియం లేదు, అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది?
So sometimes if you are openly open up freely, you ignore the emotions of others.
Okay.
So the both thing is required. You have to communicate in such manner where you can express yourself as well as you can listen to the other person's feelings, emotions also.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So he has covered a part of what we are going to do in the next part, that is communication after marriage. There's a lot of familiarity and then comfort. Before shadi, in privacy, you may be calling aap, miru, miru. And then once the familiarity increases, aap becomes tum and miru becomes nu. There's a lot of openness. You start expressing yourself freely. Okay. And then more deeper conversations take place, and then you are very honest in your conversations, because this is where you'll be doing your long-term plans, discussing your finances, how your family should grow, and how your extended family should be living with you. You don't have any fear when you are sharing with your partner. You become very comfortable, cool. And then communication is happening, and you both partners come from two different families, from two different brought ups. So you have two different mindsets. Your thought process alter. And then whenever you're trying to communicate, there are chances that there could be some conflicts. And then you try to address the conflicts by yourselves. And whenever you are trying to address the conflicts, ensure that you are able to resolve, and then you have that resolution skills. And be realistic when you are having your communications after marriage. Dr. Gottman, he is considered as the forefather in psychology when it comes to couples relationship. And whenever a relationship happens and the communication is happening, there are possibilities that you may hurt your partner unknowingly or knowingly. So he classifies them under 4 categories, calling it as 4 horsemen. The first horseman is criticism, the second is contempt, third one is defensiveness, and fourth one is stonewalling. Let us look back into our own relationships and see how criticism happens. When a job has to be done at home, you are all alone managing it, and then you are finding it difficult. What do you normally say? Can somebody from the group?
Can you repeat the question, please?
You are in a relationship, and then you have established your family, and then you are expecting some guests at home, or you are overburdened with your house chores, and then you find that your partner is not doing anything. What happens there? What do you do? And how do you communicate to your partner?
That I need a helping hand.
Yeah. Will you be so polite?
Criticize.
Maybe not. Maybe
How
not.
how do you criticize?
It is like in Telugu we say no, sir. Like I'm doing a lot of things and then you are doing nothing.
నేను ఎంత చేస్తున్నా నువ్వు ఏమీ చేయట్లేదు.
Mm.
Yeah. That is a typical criticism. Yeah. In the process, what happens? What are you doing to the partner?
Hurting, sir. Seriously hurting.
Thank you. When you are communicating that way, you are hurting your partner unknowingly. Okay. So we'll go what this criticism is like, we'll go with an example. You never help me around in the house. Why are you so lazy? What's wrong with you? This is a normal tone and then sentences that we hear. And the antidote for it, if you are able to put it like this, I've been feeling overwhelmed, trying to manage the household on my own. It would mean a lot if you could find a way to share the load more equally. Can you talk about how we can make this happen? What happens if the partner is saying a thing like this instead of criticism? What happens?
I think it will be less hurting and it will be like very support. Rather than it's like blaming, it will be like communicating.
You are communicating, and then the partner is willing to give an extending hand to complete the chores. Okay, then let us go for the second one. Contempt. You forgot to load the dishwasher again. You are so incredibly lazy. The partner has been asked to load the dishwasher or the washing machine, and then he or she is reluctant. Kuch kaam kiya nahi. This is what happens. Does it happen? Does it happen in our houses?
Very often. Yes.
Very often. Yeah. See, our intention is not to hurt the partner. However, we are overwhelmed, and then we are seeing that some job is being left behind. Repeatedly, even after telling also, the partner doesn't do it. Instead of putting it like that, you can always say, I understand that you have been busy lately, but could you please remember to load the dishwasher when I work late? I did appreciate it. Yeah. See, restructure your sentences in such a way that whenever you want to communicate something to your partner, you are trying to able to understand what they're doing. Of late, you have partners both working online, offline. Somebody is going to office, somebody is working from home, and both are busy. And there are chances that you may forget. So instead of blaming the partner that he is not doing or she is not doing, the better way of is trying to tell them politely, off late you may be busy, but please remember or schedule some way that you can put an alarm or something, and then say that 10 o'clock I'll have to put my dishwasher. Yeah, this is contempt. Yeah. Defensiveness. ఎప్పుడైనా అవుతుంది ఇళ్లలో? Does it happen at our places?
Frequently, sir.
Frequently. Yeah. You schedule for a party, and then ma'am is getting ready, and then you know, okay, she takes 40 minutes, 45 minutes. 5 minutes में मैं ready हो जाता. And then you start getting yourself ready, and then somehow you get delayed for 5 minutes. And then this is what normally we hear. It's not my fault that we are going to be late. It's your fault, since you always get dressed in the last minute. Instead of saying this, if you can articulate, rephrase your sentence saying that, I don't like being late. But you're right. We don't always have to be early, and I can be little more flexible. 1 or 2 minutes idhar udhar hota hai. Is it necessary that you should lose your patience and then shout at each other and then go to the party? When you're going to the party, chill, romance karo yaar, dono saath mein ja rahe hain. Enjoy being together. What if you fight and then start going in a car together or on your bike together? How would it be like? What are your feelings? Will you have that love towards your partner? Oh, this lady, she always shouts at me. Why should I? Okay. So when you're communicating, make sure that you use the right words. And the last one is stonewalling. Does this happen in our lives? This is my favorite. What is shutting down during an argument? Just let us look back into our lives. Whenever we try to have a long argument, and then your partner will be saying something, you're elsewhere, you're lost in your thoughts, or you're in your mobile, you're doing something, you are not available for your partner when the conversation is on. This is what we call as stonewalling. Shutting down during an argument, looking away, turning out your partner, not listening, the silent treatment. Yeah, is it desirable? These are ladies over here. Is it okay when your partner is behaving like that?
Not, sir, not necessary.
Not necessarily. Yeah. So the antidote for that is, I'm feeling overwhelmed and I need to take a break. Can you give me 20 minutes and then we can talk? This is very, very, very critical. Whenever you are into a long argument and then you are not able to make both the ends meet, take a break. Tell your partner that you need a break for about 15 minutes or 20 minutes. I'll come back and then we'll resume the conversation. బుర్ర వేడెక్కేసింది, ఇంకేమీ వెళ్ళట్లేదు ఇందులోకి. You're not able to take anything into it. What do? Take a break. Maybe you go into an open space, have some fresh air, or listen to some music, and then relax. Let your mind relax so that you are available for the next conversation. When do we normally have conflicts in couples? This is where it says, conflict refers to clashes of interest. You would have planned for a new house, you have got your room done, and then when it comes to painting the room, you love to have blue color and your partner wants to have green color. Green ఏమన్నాను కదా, ఏమైంది? And then the argument starts. Yeah. Small things. Conflicts always start with small things, petty things, nothing very big. And let us talk about resolution of conflicts. Somebody need to remind me of the time. We still have time. Yeah.
Yes, yes. It's 7:39.
So, see, as partners, we don't have any rivalry. Nenu gelvali, nu gelvali. At times when I'm doing my counseling with couples, one of the partners says, why should listen to her? I am correct. My decision is correct. There are, this is how the 5 things are there when you're trying to resolve an issue. Okay. One is competing. Is it desirable to have competition among yourselves? Yes or no?
No.
Yeah. Thank you. See, we are partners moving on a relationship for a very, very long period. In India, fortunately or unfortunately, once we are married, we stick to our partners. Though the divorce rate is going up now, but still families are united and they want to be together. And what's the point in trying to compete with yourselves? One party seeks to satisfy the interest regardless of the impact on the other. And one of the ways people try to resolve their conflicts is avoid. Okay, నీకు నచ్చింది నువ్వు చేసుకో, నాకెందుకు, जो भी करना है कर लो यार, मुझे कुछ करना नहीं है. Is it desirable when you are trying to avoid the conflict? What will happen to the other partner who is avoiding?
It will be treated as indifference.
Thank you. You are indifferent to the situation and the solution that you are looking into. Only one partner is forced to look into the plus and minus and then take a decision. As married couples, we decided to be together and take decisions together. And the third one is accommodating. One party yields to win to the other party. Is it desirable?
No, sir. Again.
ఏదాలే ఒప్పేసుకుందాం, అయిపోతుంది కదా, ఓకే ఓకే నువ్వే కరెక్ట్. You try to accommodate them. You try to make them win. Yeah. Or we compromise. Okay, let me sacrifice this so that she'll be fine. And my partner will be thinking, okay, let me compromise here. Compromise that is what we have been told, whenever there is an argument, we should compromise. So let us compromise. What happens if you compromise?
There will be no fight, sir, or misunderstandings.
Good. No fights, no misunderstandings. What happens in the long term? What happens to your emotions?
There will be a lot of built up emotions, and at the longer period, one fine day, one person will burst out into anger, aggression.
तब मुझे compromise करना पड़ा इसके लिए. Yeah, all that past will come inside, and then we are there. Suddenly the volcano bursts, and whenever there is a conflict, the best option that we can always have is collaborating. Sit together, look at the plus and minus, and both the parties decide everything over there. And that is when both the parties win. So whenever we have a conflict, it is always desirable that we collaborate and then ensure that both the parties win. Yeah. So whenever I have couples coming in, and then there's a lot of, they're not okay with each other. They're not able to compromise. Conflict is still on. They're not able to resolve. That is when I always give them, to express their emotions. Give them a piece of paper and then ask them to write down 3 emotions that they commonly experience during the conflict. This is something that everybody can try. And once it is done, let the couples sit together and exchange the papers and read it. Like, I take my partner's paper and I give my paper to my partner. Let my partner read what are my emotions when the conflict is on. Okay, so this is a simple activity which will allow the partner to understand, okay, these are the emotions that my partner is going through when the conflict is on. Is it desirable for me to continue with that, or let me address the feelings that my partner is emoting? And the second one that I always give is a problem solving worksheet. Okay, I'll ask my couples to take the sheet and then whatever the current problem that they are facing, let them write down the plus and minus about it. When they write the plus and minus about whatever the problem that they have and how they would like to solve it, that is a simpler way of resolving their problems. Third one is role reversal. This works wonderfully. A very simple exercise where we ask them to write down what they are all feeling and then give it to the other person, and then they exchange, and then they reverse the role plays. That is stepping into the other person's shoes. When you step into the other person's shoes, you can always know what are their feelings, and your feelings also come in between. So that is where you try to resolve your issues. What is happening nowadays? Why do you think there are so many issues that are going up and down in the families? Mostly we always hear, yeah, she doesn't listen to me, yaar. Sunta hi nahi wo kuch mere baat. I normally hear that.
Not listening properly, sir, to your partners.
Yeah. Not listening properly to your partners. Thank you.
And
Let me
sir, I
share.
think they don't
Yeah.
have time to reflect also.
Yeah, time to reflect also. Let me share, one of my experience with my couple who have come. The lady was saying, ఈయన అసలు ఏమి వినడండి, నేను ఏ చెప్పినా సరే వినడు. Both are software professionals. They have come only because the communication between them is not working. She was very clear. We will come for 1 or 2 sessions where we want to improve our communication. So as psychologists, we always have that word called as rephrasing, or trying to tell what you have heard from your partner. So all that I could make them do is let one of the partners speak, the second person will hear, and then the second person will rephrase what the first person has said. Recreation. వాళ్ళు అవతల వాళ్ళు ఏం చెప్పారు సమ్మరైజ్ చేసి చెప్పినా చాలు. The husband was not able to convey what the lady was saying. It took me some time, so practice it again and again. Make 2 sentences and then make him repeat. 4 sentences, make it repeat, and then 6 sentences and then make it repeat. I'll give the summary of it. Finally, on the second day, when he was able to tell what the wife was saying, what her partner was saying, literally, tears were rolling down in her eyes. ఈ జన్మకి చాలండి. 8 years of relationship. And then the lady says, ఈ జన్మకి చాలండి. So you could understand what was their relationship in those 8 years. That is what is communication, and active listening is what we call it as. When we say active listening, when you're with your partner, please keep your mobiles away. You're not having any gadget with them or with you. You are sitting in a place where it is only you and your partner. No media, no children, no in-laws. Whenever you're trying to communicate, take time and then sit together and then talk. How did you do our conversations during our courtship? शादी होने से पहले जब मौका मिलता है दोनों बैठ के बात करने के लिए, how did we do that? We made sure that we had privacy, and then we listen intently to what the other person is saying. Can we do that even now? Because we love each other, and then we want the relationship to grow stronger. So few ways of doing it is pay full attention to the partner. Look into their eyes when they are talking. Okay, once they are done, you can always tell them, this is what I understood. That leaves the other person, okay, this person is listening to me. And చెప్పింది విన్నాడు ఇతను. Simple ways of doing it. And the most important thing is, when your partner is talking, please do not interrupt them. Please hold back your pressure to answer back. 97% of the world population do not listen. They only hear. And we always hear the other person with an intention to reply back. ఇప్పుడు క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతున్నాను నేను, ఆ సమాధానం ఎలా చెప్పాలి? No. Listen to them fully, understand without interrupting them, and then conclude it. Whatever you want to say, tell it if the partner is asking. If your partner is not asking for a solution, please don't give solutions. There's a principal difference between a male and a female. Male is solution oriented. Just look back into your lives, all the male members. Whenever your wife is venting out something, you are ready to give the solution. That is how the men's mind are designed. That is how they are created. And if you look at the ladies, they want to vent out the emotions that they are going through. They just want someone to listen to them. Listening, just lend your ear, enough. It will create miracles in your life. Simple. औरत को समझने के लिए ज्यादा कुछ रिसर्च करने का नहीं है. You don't have to do a lot of research to understand a woman. Lend your ears. Bas, she is there with you. Yeah. And whenever you're listening, have that empathy towards the other person. Be patient and try to understand their feelings and their emotions. And the benefits of empathy is always, it strengthens the emotional connection between both the partners, resolves conflicts more effectively by addressing underlying emotions. Okay. And how do you nurture your relationship? Is it a continuous thing, or once in a way you do it, it's enough? एक बार कर दिया ना, हो गया. I've loved my wife यार, चलो बस एक साल के लिए. How does it happen?
It's a continuous process, sir, till end your life.
It's a continuous process till the end of the life.
How much resilient both of them are?
How resilient both of them are. Okay. So let me tell you a simple example. Most of us will be having flower pots at home. Okay. And then we water it every day and it blooms. And sometimes we see that some weeds keep coming in. What do you do with the weeds? కలుపు మొక్కలు వస్తాయి కుండీలో, ఏం చేద్దాం దాన్ని?
Remove them.
Remove them. Okay,
Yes,
you
sir.
have తీసేస్తాం. You have removed it.
Yes.
And then after 1 month again they appear.
Again remove.
Again remove.
Expect that weeds will come.
Expect that the weeds will come. In our relationship, conflicts are like our weeds. Expect conflicts to come in your relationship. They are bound to arise. Have patience, remove them gently, address your conflicts gently, and then the plant is safe, our relationship is intact, and then we move smoothly. Somewhere halfway through, again weeds will come. Have the patience to remove the weeds.
Ultimately, at the end of the day or at the end of some period, it's like a sweet. When you have to make a sweet, you have to break the coconut. You have to churn the milk. You have to break the jaggery. And you have to heat the oil. And all these things come, then only a sweet will come. And I think in the life of a couple also, all these things will continuously will happen. At the end of the day, at the end of the period, how resilient and how quickly you can adjust to the situation. That
Thank
will
you.
definitely will.
Thank you very much. So this is given by the Gottman Love and Respect Scale. I am going to share this now along with the PPT. I want you to answer all the 20 questions. Pardon? If somebody was asking something? Try to answer these 20 questions. 70 is there on this screen. The next 3 will come on the other screen. You answer with a yes or no. One is you, and in your opinion, what is your partner for you? Like, my spouse seeks out my opinions. I don't feel ignored very often. How do you feel? And how do you feel your husband is feeling about it for you? Or your wife is feeling about it, or your partner? You can take a screenshot and then you can do it, because we hardly have any time. I'm already at 40th minute. And try to see how many yeses you are getting. Of the 20 questions that you answer, if you are getting more than 7, relationship is fine. If it is less than 7, that is something that you need to address. Yeah. So that's where we are. So let me tell you a story.
Veera sir, sorry for interrupt, we have 10 more minutes, sir.
Yeah. We have almost come to the end.
Yes, sir. We need
Another,
to get the Q&A session as well.
another 4 minutes, I think I'm done.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, can you
So-
just show the previous one, sir, slide?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Sir, just keep the previous one, sir, slide.
Again. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Let us move to the next slide. Okay. Let me tell you a small story. This story is about Riya and Arjun. Both are working. Riya comes from her office and then she tells that, she had a real bad day in her office. And then she is venting out like, this is what has happened in my office. Continuously she is pouring. Immediately halfway through, Arjun opens his mouth and then says, oh, you should have spoken to your boss and then you should have told your boss that, this is not acceptable to me. Try to be very straight. At that minute, Riya just walks out. And Arjun feels, oh, I could resolve her problem. And then he is very happy. Whereas if you see, Riya has already turned her back to Arjun, and then you can see her expression. She is all that frustrated. Nothing happened. She just walks out and then gets herself fresh. And then as she was making the dinner, she tells Arjun, Arjun, whenever I have a bad day, please allow me to vent my feelings. I want you to listen to me. Please. Arjun realizes then that, oh, I should not have given the solution. I should have heard to her. And that night, when they sit together, they decide to listen to each other till they are complete. So, what is the moral in this story?
You should listen to your partner carefully, giving a lot of
Mhm.
time and quality time to her when they come with
Yeah.
some issues.
Yeah.
So that gives little satisfaction, sir, to the partner, so that somebody is there to care me.
Thank you. So the moral in this
Show
is,
empathy.
yeah,
Show empathy first, and put yourself in the other person's place, and try to
shoes.
understand and not react immediately.
Thank you. Excellent. Yeah. The moral is listening isn't about fixing. It's about feeling with. Be the pause, not the response. Okay. See, if you are that person who is listening to your partner with empathy, without interrupting them, and then recreating them again, what they have told, telling them, summarizing what they have told, what you could comprehend. And then whenever there's a conflict, you are able to resolve it, sitting together and then taking each other's opinion, not compromising on each other, but looking at all the positives and negatives and then taking a final decision. How would your life be then? This is very simple.
शुक्रिया मेहरबानी करम मेरे महबूब मेरे सनम शुक्रिया मेहरबानी
Thank you. Thank you each and everyone for giving your time so generously to me. So I am done. If you have any question and answers, you can.
Thank you very much, Andy. It's very nice, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, thank you. Thank you very much, Veera sir. Any questions from the participants? Quickly, we have 5 more minutes to start the next session. So you can have
Sir,
a
I
5
have
to 6
one
questions.
question.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, actually you told like a reversal చేసుకొని roles ని చూడమన్నారు కదా. So sometimes in some couples like gender గురించి మాట్లాడుతూ ఉంటారు. As a female, as a male అని చెప్పేసి వాళ్ళు రివర్సల్ రోల్ కి వెళ్ళినప్పటికీ కూడా they stick for that role. I mean that gender thing. నేను మగవాడిని కదా అని చెప్పేసి రివర్స్ చేసినా కూడా అది అలా స్టిక్ అయి ఉంటుంది కొన్నిసార్లు మైండ్ లో. సో దే డోంట్ డూ ద పర్ఫెక్షన్ లైక్ రివర్సల్ రోల్ లో కూడా చేయకపోవచ్చు. సో అట్లాంటి సిచ్యువేషన్.
I do get it, ma'am. Like when you are doing reversal, it is outrightly reversal. ఇంకా అక్కడ ఏమి కాంప్రమైజ్ లేదు. You know, when I'm taking your place, I become a female and you become a male. That is when, like, you know, you try to understand what that female is going through. That is what you need to tell your partner. Okay, when we are reversing, you totally become a female. Okay, if you ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు ఒక స్త్రీ అయితే స్త్రీ లాగా నువ్వు ఎలా ఆలోచిస్తావు? That is when they try to understand you. Unless you step into the other man's shoe, you don't feel the discomfort. నువ్వు పడుతున్న బాధ ఆయనకు అర్థం కాదు. నువ్వు ఏం చెప్పాలనుకుంటున్నా ఆయనకు అర్థం కాదు. ఏనాడైతే మీరు రోల్స్ రివర్స్ చేస్తారో అప్పుడు అక్కడ ఉన్న బాధ తెలుస్తుంది.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
వెల్కమ్.
Sir, Veera sir, yeah, sorry to interrupt, Veera sir. Small question. Suppose when you put two of, male and female, whoever comes with for counseling, if they start fighting in front of you, if they start arguing, what you will do? They don't listen to you at all. If happens.
Yeah. Okay. So whenever I start my session, we start with confidentiality statement. Okay, that is where they feel, you know, the data is not going anywhere. The information is with us. The second thing we make it very clear to them is no arguments in this hall. Okay, as long as we are sitting here, even if you feel like arguing, we are not going to do that. And then have a practice or some mechanism, like, you know, you show your hand like this, you know, stop. Tell them, you know, this indicates stop. So sometimes they start pouring lot of information. In itla andi, in itla andi, in itla andi, in itla andi, ఒకటి మీద ఒకటి చెప్పేసుకుంటా ఉంటారు. And it's a couple. So you say like this.
Fine.
I always tell them, and I tell them very clearly, you are coming here with an intention to resolve your issue.
Solve the issue.
Okay. So are you paying your money for your arguments? Please stop there. They stop. 2-3 sessions they do it, but then they understand, okay, this is not something acceptable for Veera. They stop. Be very straight with them.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Welcome. So anyone has any questions?
సార్ గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ సార్.
చెప్పమ్మా.
సార్ చాలా మంది ఉమెన్ ఇంట్లోనే మేము క్రిటిసైజింగ్ ఎక్కువగా ఫేస్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం మ్యామ్. దాన్ని ఎలా మేము ఫేస్ అవుట్ చేయాలి? మేము ఏమి చేసినా మమ్మల్ని క్రిటిసైజ్ చేస్తూనే ఉంటారు అని అడుగుతూ ఉంటారు. దానికి ఎలా సార్ ఆన్సర్ చేయాలి?
See, if the person is criticizing, they are trying to look at the negatives of the partner. Okay.
Yes.
Tell the person to look at the good that is there in the other person. Constant criticism, tell what happens to the partner. Let her speak out. మీ ఆయన ఇలా క్రిటిసైజ్ చేస్తుంటే నీకు ఎలా ఉందమ్మా? నీ భావన ఏంటి? Allow her to express it so the other person understands. బద్దలు కొట్టి చెప్పాలి, ఇక్కడ గట్టిగానే చెప్పాలని. Let the other person know what is the feeling, what is she going through when you constantly criticize. He or she, anybody.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Good evening, sir. It's a really
Welcome.
great session, sir. Sir, actually, in most of the relationships, ego అనేది ఒకటి ఉంటుంది కదా సార్. సో how to break the ego? If suppose a male or female, నేను ఫస్ట్ ఏదైనా ఒప్పుకుంటే నేను ఈగోగా అతను ఫీల్. సో how to break this ego, sir, between wife and husband?
If you are trying to speak about ego, look at it, what is not allowing him or her to accept the other partner. Acceptance unda meelo. Look at what is not allowing the partner, the other person to accept the partner. ఎప్పుడైతే మీకు పార్ట్నర్ ని యాక్సెప్ట్ చేయలేకపోతారో అప్పుడు ఈగో వస్తుంది. Go deeper into it. What is not allowing the other person to accept? ఏదో ఉంటుంది, వెనక ఏదో ఉంటుంది. Some small thing, they'll be holding on to it. What is that you don't like in him or her? When you love your partner, do you criticize or do you abuse? Kavita madam.
సార్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఇన్ కాన్ఫ్లిక్ట్స్ వైఫ్ అండ్ రిలేషన్షిప్ కౌన్సిలింగ్ నేను ఫస్ట్ ఏదైనా చెప్పేస్తే నా ఈగో హర్ట్ అవుతుంది అని చెప్పేసి దే హ్యావ్ బిట్వీన్ దెమ్. సో దట్స్ మై క్వశ్చన్ సార్.
That is what you need to make them clear for them.
Okay, sir. I got it.
There is ego coming. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, Veera sir. And thank you
Manasa,
for
thank you
all the
very much.
participants who have participated today's session. This was very wonderful and insightful session, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Manasa.
Yeah, looking forward to many more from your side, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, participants. So request everybody to stay tuned for the next session as well. It will start by next couple of minutes.